Let me ask you a question that might sting a little. Have you ever been in a situation where you're doing everything for her, texting her good morning every day, cancelling your plans just to see her, agreeing with everything she says, and somehow, instead of falling head over heels for you, she starts treating you like a background character in her life? Yeah, been there, done that, got the emotional bruises to prove it. And here's the cold, hard truth, my friend. She doesn't respect you, not because you're a bad person, not because you're not good-looking enough, and definitely not because you're not trying hard enough. She doesn't respect you because you're doing certain things, 5 of them to be exact, that instantly drain the respect right out of her soul faster than a bad dad joke at a funeral. And no, this isn't about being a jerk or playing games. This is about Stoicism, the art of mastering yourself first, so the world doesn't master you, including her. Stick around, because once you understand these 5 things, not only will you stop chasing respect, you'll start attracting it without even trying. Ready? Buckle up. 1. Being too available. The human golden retriever syndrome. All right, let's kick it off with the most common mistake that even the smartest guys fall into. Being too available. You know the guy. Maybe you've been that guy. Every time she texts, he replies in 0.2 seconds. She says jump. He asks, how high? She cancels plans. He says no worries, maybe tomorrow. She forgets his birthday. He brings her flowers. Look, I get it. You're just trying to be nice. But here's the deal. If you act like her puppy, she'll treat you like her pet. You see, people, yes, even women, don't respect what comes too easily. It's basic human psychology. It's not about being rude or playing hard to get. It's about having your own life, your own priorities, your own backbone. Think about it like this. If she feels like she's the center of your universe, guess what? You just removed all the mystery, all the edge, all the sense of, who is this guy and why isn't he obsessed with me like everyone else? Stoicism teaches us to be grounded, not needy, to live by our principles, not by other people's texts. So the next time she messages you, you don't need to jump up like a squirrel on espresso. Take your time, breathe. You've got stuff to do. Respect isn't given when you're always there. It's given when you're solid, even when you're not. 2. Seeking validation, aka, do you like me now? Syndrome. Let me paint a picture. You buy her dinner. She doesn't thank you. So you say, was it good? She shrugs. So you say, well, I just wanted to treat you like a queen. Sound familiar? Seeking validation is like trying to fill a bucket with no bottom. No matter how much you pour in, attention, money, compliments, nothing sticks. And worse, it makes you look like a guy who's constantly asking, am I good enough yet? Newsflash. That's not attractive. That's exhausting. You see, a Stoic man doesn't need outside approval to feel whole. He doesn't need someone clapping every time he breathes. He already knows his worth, so he doesn't chase applause for being a decent human being. Let's bring it to a simple example. Imagine going into a store and the salesman won't stop asking, do you like this? How about this? Am I doing good? Please say I'm doing good. Would you respect that salesman? Or would you sprint for the exit and pretend to get a phone call from your grandma? Exactly. Respect comes from knowing your value, not begging others to recognize it. Stop performing. Start being. 3. Ignoring your boundaries. The yes man disease. Here's where things start to get a little spicy. Let's say she says, let's go to that vegan crystal healing festival this weekend. You hate crystals. You hate vegan hot dogs. You're allergic to drum circles. But you say, sure, sounds fun. Congratulations. You've just sacrificed your soul at the altar of, please don't be mad at me. Look, I'm not saying compromise is bad. Relationships need it. But if every time she makes a request, you turn into a bobblehead nodding your life away, you're not in a relationship. You're in servitude. And the truth is, people can sense when you're abandoning yourself just to keep the peace. And you know what that tells her. This guy has no spine, no standards, no real identity. Respect, gone, like socks in a dryer. Stoicism teaches you to hold the line, to say no when it matters. Not because you're trying to be difficult, but because you honor yourself. Set boundaries not as walls, but as fences. With gates. You choose who gets in. You choose what stays out. And when you do that, she'll start looking at you very differently, like, oh, he's not just a puppet, he's a man. 4. Oversharing emotions, the crying on the first date. Trap. Now hold up before the internet comes for me. Let me be clear, expressing emotions is not weak. Vulnerability is not shameful. But here's the key: context and control. Stoicism doesn't mean becoming a robot. It means becoming a master of your emotions, not a hostage to them. There's a huge difference between saying, "I've been feeling down lately," and sobbing into her lap about how your fish died when you were 6, especially on date number 2. Women want to feel safe with you, emotionally safe, secure, grounded. If you're breaking down every time life pokes you, she starts feeling like the emotional parent in the relationship, and that, my friend, kills the vibe faster than grandma's perfume. Let's make it even simpler. Imagine you're on a plane, and the pilot comes on the speaker crying, "I don't know if we'll make it, guys. I'm scared too." Comforting? Nope. Terrifying. Now flip it. Imagine the pilot calmly says, "We're going through turbulence, but I've got this." That's the energy you want to carry. Feel your feelings, just don't spill them all over her like a toddler with a juice box. That's not strength, that's emotional clumsiness. 5. Chasing instead of leading. The please pick me problem. This one's the big kahuna. You're constantly texting first. You're planning every date. You're initiating every conversation. You're bending yourself like a yoga master to make her like you. You're chasing hard. And let me tell you something painfully honest. The one who chases is never the one who's truly respected. Why? Because when you chase, you're implying she's the prize and you're just the contestant. But real attraction, lasting attraction, happens when a man is on his path, when he's leading his life with direction, purpose, and poise, when he's so focused on becoming the best version of himself that she wants to be part of that journey. Stoicism is all about this. You don't chase, you move forward. If she walks beside you, awesome. If not, you keep walking. Imagine you're a train on a mission. She can hop on and enjoy the ride or stay at the station. Either way, the train doesn't stop. Respect doesn't grow when you follow her. It grows when she sees you're going somewhere with or without her. Now here's the twist. Most guys hear this and think, okay, cool, so I'll just stop doing those 5 things and boom, she'll respect me. Wrong, because respect isn't earned by avoiding mistakes. It's earned by becoming a certain kind of man. A man who's grounded, who has purpose, who lives by values, not vibes, who chooses himself first, not because he's selfish, but because he knows he's the foundation for everything good in his life. And that, my friend, is where the real power begins. But hey, if you thought these 5 things were deal breakers, just wait until you hear the next 5 that secretly destroy attraction even faster. You won't believe number 7, or the fact that most men do it daily without even realizing. Want to know what they are? Then stick around, because we're just getting started.